come to my aid so many times because our neighborhood where we live in Pennsylvania loses power, especially in the summer storm season. So for so many of us with summer storms, it's not a question of if you will lose power, it's a question of when. Ecoflow has the solution. It is easy to use, the portable power that we know and trust, and you've got some choices today. So if you just want to bring home the unit, it's $859.98, 5 easy payments of $172. But if you just add that additional $110, you get that solar panel that's valued at over $400. Then you're getting the Ecoflow and the solar panel for $969.98, 5 easy payments of $194, free shipping and handling. I love Ecoflow because there's no guesswork. It's easy to use. And I want to tell everyone right now, this was brand new. Honestly, just a few weeks ago at the end of May. Since then, we've sold 9,500 here at QVC. I also want to remind you, if you're a Q card holder, this is eligible for that 9-month special financing. Ecoflow is our #1 power brand we have here at QVC. We have just one color remaining, which is that silver choice. It's E327958. Melissa Dawson joins me once again. She brings us Ecoflow here at the Q. Melissa, Ecoflow has come in handy at our own house so many times.
Oh, mine too. I live in a very rural area, so we're surrounded by trees. It's most of the time like trees are falling on power lines, right? And we lose power. I can tell you, like, yeah, the last time we lost power, it was the middle of the night, and it started getting a little warm because the air conditioning wasn't working, right? And we kind of have an Ecoflow on every level of our house. So I'm like kind of excited. I'm like, my husband's still asleep. I'm like, I got this. I woke up, you know, went to every level, kind of plugged in all the necessary appliances, and we were up and rolling. So that's the beauty about this. This is backup electricity when the power goes out, with no gas, no fumes, no cranks, and no maintenance. We even give you a 5-year warranty coming included. And it's so easy because I think it's been a customer top rated brand, Chelsea, because of the ease of use. You get it home, you charge it, you store it, and then when the power goes out, you just start using it. So when you get it home, it's going to come to you about 30% charged already. You're simply going to plug it into the wall for about an hour. It holds the charge for an entire year. Like I pulled mine out after a year, it's still like 99% charged. And then you just start plugging in items when the power goes out. That's for technology, that's so simple and easy. Like if you're 7 or 97, anybody can do this.
Melissa, that is music to my ears, and I'm so happy you pointed that out because all the things we hate about gas generators, that they're loud, they're stinky, they're noisy, they have to live outside, they have cranks. Ecoflow says, no, we got a better way. So I want to talk about all the ports that come available because you really can power your entire home. So Melissa, can you take us on a little tour?
Yeah, I love that bright screen. It shows you how many hours of power. So right now you have 99 hours of power and you're at 88% charge. So it's never a guessing game. You always know exactly how many hours of power you have left based on what you have plugged in at that time. Right underneath that, you've got your 6 USB ports, kind of old technology, new technology. We've got you covered. We've got 2 fast charging ports and then 2 of that latest Type-C connections. So if you do have a newer phone, a newer iPad, yes, we've got you covered that way as well for super fast charging. And then around on the back is where it does get really exciting because you have 6 AC outlets and 2 of them are the big 3-prong outlets. So yes, you can plug in up to 15 different devices at the same time, but you're going to be able to plug in like microwaves, air fryers, coffee makers, hair dryers, your washing machine, blenders, your full-size refrigerator, deep freezers, sump pumps. You know, we think about just all of those important things around our home that a lot of other power stations can't support because they're just too, you know, pull too much power. That's why people love Ecoflow. This unit supports 99% of everything in your home. So it's just really nice to know when you get this home, it's really going to work with everything you have.
And look at that on your screen. Look at all of the things that it can power and the length of time. Because, Melissa, I feel like it's like the hands of fate. When the power goes off at our house, I have always done a big grocery shop. I have always gotten my Rastellis delivered, and then I'm like, what am I going to do? You don't have to worry about that because look at that. A refrigerator for a day and 4 hours. That's 29 hours. A blender for 2 hours. That's a lot of margaritas. Your electric oven, your kettle, your induction cooker. And I want to remind everyone, we have this on a little Lazy Susan so I can easily show you both sides. But Melissa, this is super easy to move and lightweight as well.
Yeah, that's the beauty about the Delta 3. So this is our brand new technology. We've made it smaller, lighter than ever before, but it still packs huge power. So you're still getting 1,500 watts of power. So this will really get you through 1 to 3 days in a power outage. Most people do end up spending a little bit of extra money and picking it up with the solar panels.
Right.
Those solar panels, Chelsea, sell separately for $450 if you were to purchase them later.
Right.
So, it's worth the investment. Get the solar panels. That way, if you are in one of these power outages that goes on for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you're going to be able to recharge your Ecoflow for free via the sun with the solar panels. So it's just kind of that additional peace of mind.
I'm so happy you mentioned that. So you have got some options today. You can pick up just the Ecoflow that comes with the trolley. That's for $859.98. 5 easy pays today of $172, or add that solar panel option. You're adding just $110 extra to your purchase, but like Melissa said, it is valued at over $450. Then you're bringing home that entire set, the trolley, the Ecoflow, and the solar panel for $969.98. 5 easy payments today of $194. There on the bottom of your screen, you can see the breakdown with the QVC price, with that great sale price. And I'll remind you as well, this is coming to your door absolutely free. So what I think is so special too, Melissa, I started the show by saying, like, I love technology because I use it every day and it works, but I like it the most when it's easy, when there's no guesswork, it's goof-proof.
Yes.
To me, Ecoflow has it down to a science, making it so simple, like out of the box to use.
That's right. They are now the global leader in this space, #1 power station brand here at QVC, and a customer top rated brand. Chelsea, I've been selling electronics for 24 years. I've never had an electronic item that's customer top rated, right? Typically, technology is just complicated.
Right.
Ecoflow is not. It's so simple and easy. You get it home, you charge it, you store it. That's all you have to do. Fastest recharge times in the industry. And here you're seeing, think about your sump pump, your dehumidifier, your chest freezer. Think about all the things that need power. The interesting part that we've been seeing, Chelsea, is so many people bought an Ecoflow. They had the power outage, right? Because we all have them. And they're like, wow, that really got me through the power outage. But now for convenience, I'm going to come back and now get one for every level of my home. Right. That's what we're hearing from our Ecoflow customers. I'm going to get one for the basement. In my basement, that's where my sump pump, my dehumidifier, my chest freezer is. Right. Maybe you need one dedicated for upstairs, because maybe upstairs, that's where your CPAP machine is. Right. And if you need a CPAP machine, you can't sleep without it. This would power a CPAP machine for 23 hours. So people are really finding it's really convenient to have one for every level of your home.
I'm so happy you said that, Melissa, because that's another element that we didn't even talk about yet. If you are reliant on keeping certain medications refrigerated, or like you said, using a CPAP machine, that's so important. If, God forbid, you are in an emergency and you don't have power, what you need is, access to the outside world, plugging your wireless router. So then you have that. And I think this is so special because we have like all these items from around the house, because Melissa, for us, when we lose power, the biggest thing too is just the inconvenience. Like, you can't make your morning coffee.
Yes.
You can't make your smoothie, your drinks, your air conditioner, your cell phones to charge them up, your fans. We've got all of this and more plugged into the Ecoflow right here on set. And even here, you can see that I'm at 90%, and I've got a blender plugged in. I've got the coffee maker and a fan. I'm using a lot of different items on one Ecoflow.
And you still have 50 hours of power,
Yes,
even with all of those plugged in at the same time. So it really does give you a sense of how much power this is going to give you. I don't want the size and the price to fool you. The technology, kind of like, computers. We used to have huge desktop computers. Now they're down to mini laptops, but they're just as powerful.
Yes.
Kind of the same technology here.
I couldn't resist. I had to start mixing up a drink. Is it a little too early? This is a fruit smoothie. It's not a margarita yet, Melissa, don't worry. It's a fruit smoothie. But I love that, again, because when our power went off last summer, is when my niece Vivian was visiting. She, at the time, was 8 years old. And I thought, gosh, what are we going to do? Are we going to have to go stay in a hotel? But the Ecoflow allowed us to have those necessities of having our morning coffee, of plugging in that Wi-Fi as well. We're going to take a look now at this video. Talk to me a little bit, Melissa, about what we're seeing here.
Again, yeah, just so many great features here. So that nice LCD display always shows you the exact number of hours of power that you have and the percentage of your charge. built-in ventilation fans as well. This is whisper quiet. Yes, this can support all of the big appliances in your home, anything up to 2200 watts, which is 99% of everything in your home. It's portable, so you can take it with you. You can also recharge via the car or with the solar panels. You've even got some DC ports as well. So if you love camping, RVing, tailgating, this is going to be perfect for that. They do everything from your cell phone all the way up to your washing machine. So it really is huge, big power that just keeps everything in your house running. The internet is probably one of the most important things we now miss when the power goes out.
Right.
Now your internet is back up and running. Simply plug in your router and you now have power. And that solar power option is just so great at, keeping your Ecoflow recharged if you are out of power for an extended period of time. But this is where Ecoflow is the real differentiator. The fact that it can do things like Keurig makers, espresso makers, those are actually probably the most powerful items in your home because they pull these big surges of power.
Right.
So many other power stations, people get them home, they go to make a cup of coffee and they're like, oh no, my coffee maker is not compatible with this power station.
Right.
Yes, right. Ecoflow works with all of those big appliances. It can even run a hairdryer. And Chelsea, every woman in America, right, has like blown out the fuse box in her house by using a hairdryer. This can even do a hairdryer. So it's just kind of nice to know you've got that huge versatility.
It's incredible when you think about and list all the ways you can use the Ecoflow. I want to remind everyone what you're getting today for that sale price. So for $859.98, you're getting the Ecoflow, all the charging cables, and the trolley. But if you just add an additional $110, you're also picking up that giant solar panel system that folds flat, that comes in a carrying case, that's worth over $450. That brings your Easy Pay just to $194. And you've got that free shipping and handling. You're getting peace of mind. It is goof proof. It's easy to use. And Melissa, so many folks are picking up the solar panel because it's such an incredible value. But we mentioned it before, this is the lightest and smallest Ecoflow, but you're still getting incredible power, and it's made even more portable with that great easy to use trolley as well.
Yes, and what a lot of customers are so excited about, Chelsea, so the trolley also works with our bigger Ecoflows.
Right.
So if you got an Ecoflow in the past with Delta Max or Delta 2, and you're like, oh, I really would love to use that trolley maybe on my larger Ecoflows, yes, it is compatible. Maybe you already have some Ecoflow solar panels. I would encourage you still go ahead and get the solar panel package because you can actually daisy chain these solar panels together, and now you're recharging twice as fast. So rather than taking 10 hours to, recharge your Ecoflow, you could go down to 5 with 2 sets of solar panels. Basically, the more solar, the better. So get the solar panel.
That is such a great idea. And you mentioned it earlier, but I want to remind everyone, it's not just power outages and emergencies. It also just gives you that portable power that's so perfect, Melissa, for outdoor fun. If you are tailgating or camping, or if you're an RVer, this is such an easy way to bring that giant battery with you wherever you go.
Oh yeah, somebody was telling me, Chelsea, they took this on their pontoon boat, right? Because you could be having blenders, you could have your portable cooler, your Bluetooth speaker, you could be charging your cell phone. So yeah, it's kind of a party in a box wherever you go. Maybe it's just the front porch or the deck, where you don't have a lot of electrical outlets. Now you can bring all of your great electronics along with you to whatever space that doesn't have electricity.
Melissa, I'm so happy we mentioned that. I was talking to Craig about this a couple of weeks ago, and he was saying that he did an outdoor movie night with his girls, and I thought that was such a special idea. We're looking at your screen right here because, Melissa, we talked about this earlier. It's not a question of if that power is going to go out, especially in the summer storm season. It's a question of when. Ecoflow gives us that peace of mind that our life can continue, that we can continue to run a fan, our deep freeze, our dehumidifier, our sump pump, even in those times when we don't have electricity.
That's right. And I think, Chelsea, it's kind of for most of us, it's like the day you get life insurance. It's the day you get your will done.
Right.
It's the day I finally have portable electricity. Because, we all want backup electricity, but up until now, it's just been super expensive, very complicated. Gas generators can be very cumbersome, and a lot of, homeowner associations, you can't even use gas generators because they're so noisy. So this is just that safe, quiet, affordable option. 5-year warranty coming included here as well. So this is a brand that you can feel so good about purchasing.
You're shopping with confidence. Since its debut last month, over 9,500 have been purchased. This is the last color we have remaining, this great silver. Bring it home. See for yourself how quick and easy it is to use. You're going to find a million ways